Hello, fellow Helldivers, Gundam Boy here, and today we're going to be talking about the Fleshmob. That's not my intro. Let's do something else.
Hey guys, it's the Gundam Boy, and today we're going to be talking about a new meatball enemy that's been giving us divers some trouble. I mean, the Fleshmob, sorry. So let's take a look at it. The enemy profile. It's like a pseudo heavy, but he forgot to bring the armor. They're bullet sponges, big and fast. They got the health of a heavy, but no armor. But they are also dangerous in large groups. Let's talk about weak points. So, I see people target the legs, but they're not nearly as effective since they're really chunky. If the flurry of attacks is what gets you soft, then take its undemocratic arms away and watch as it's completely neutered and flails violently. You know, this kind of reminds me of... The most effective takedown methods I've seen has been going for headshots, or in this case, several headshots. All these little heads takes it down pretty quickly. And since it has no armor, rip and tear until it's done. Here's a live reaction of what my experience was when I realized that this ultimatum couldn't even stop it. Ah, hell nah! He survived that? He is that tanky. It's crazy. You're telling me this non-Euclidean enemy can survive an ultimatum shot? Let's even the odds with some support weapons instead. Starting off with a stalwart, it's a good option for keeping you mobile while sinking your shots into the body, and its high ammo count means you'll win in the end. Try to aim for all the heads to pop him before he runs you over. The only drawback with this weapon is that you have to specifically target that one enemy, which means if you're in a situation where there's 3 of these dudes, you'll have to target one at a time. But it's still a very solid option for just absolutely shredding this guy. Team firing with a bunch of stalwarts is going to be a funny way to take this guy down. Bait them in lead. Machine gun can perform just as well as the stalwart, but it is a little bit slower, but it hits way harder. More braking power to pop those heads, but at the cost of not being able to move when you need to reload, but still a reliable option. Don't spray and pray, still aim for the little blue lights on him, because if you can take those out, you'll save more ammo. HMG is pretty slow in comparison to everything else, but its heavy hitting firepower means you'll break more of those heads, even if in close quarters when they almost run you over. Unfortunately, all those heads does not make the AMR a stronger option against this guy, because you'd have to pluck every head off that big old mass of gugh. It is just not too good, and if you panic and fumble all your shots, you should expect a haymaker in your future. And finally, we're getting to the good stuff. Grenade launcher is one of the monsters on the list since it can splash damage around the enemy's body, doing tons of damage. Can somebody kick me out of this? I'm stuck. Being one of the better options to counter this Godric clone, since it allows you to splash damage against 2 of them. It only took 6 shots to hit it directly and kill it. Not great, but not bad either. Sterilizer was never good for a killing option, but it is a good goddamn option for breaking its attention. Pepper spraying, it gives you a ton of options to counterattack, or even running away like a coward. Flamethrower is a good option when you're paying attention, and it's capable of killing the Fleshmob with only half of its tank left. A longer commitment, but it still kills. Still being a great weapon to swap between crowd controlling and focusing targets though. There is nothing wrong with this flamethrower. Laser cannon is not a good option though. It's gonna overheat before you do any sizable damage. You could focus the arm to try and neuter it so it can't beat you to death, but it overheats pretty damn quickly if you try to spam it at long range. It's a lot of commitment when you focus this weapon on M2. You have to kind of sit there and point longer than you'd be pointing the machine gun. And here, if you think I'm lying, let's watch me kill this guy with the laser cannon. Alright, watch this. This is one of the few times where I'll say that the laser cannon isn't really it. And if you want to spend an extra goddamn long time trying to kill the enemies, use the quasar cannon, because it is not built for it. 3 shots for this weapon is horrendous when you think about how long that recharges. And I'm not even gonna put that footage in, because you guys don't have the attention span for it. So we have the arc thrower, which is, I mean, good for stopping him and holding him in place. It took 16 zaps to kill them in this turn, but you don't really get the guide where the impact the zap goes. You just have to keep pressing it and pressing it and pressing it and pressing it. Yeah, there's certain times where he'll charge at you through the stun too. You should look out for that. And the commando is not commanding it, as all 4 rockets are not enough to kill it when you fire on the same spot. You might be able to kill it if you sprinkle more of the rockets around its body and try and hit more of its heads, but you only have 4 shots, and there's only so many high places you can hide before you can get your next round of commando. So far, rocket weapons aren't doing too well. And after firing the next 4 rounds of this commando, it was enough to kill them. And the eat is not eating good today, as it struggles to do anything to the great wall of testicular cancer. It also takes 3 shots to kill them. And then you have to play an aggressive game of tag with this giant meatball. Don't stay on that side. Wait, just give me a few seconds, okay? Tag this! recoilless rifle in the heat takes 2 shots to down the Fleshman, but swapping to HE doesn't make it any better, requiring 3 shots to kill them all. At this rate, recoilless rifle, you're not going to be useful here. And I almost forgot, the Railgun, which isn't awful, but it's really good at shredding apart this monster man. So if you have better aim than I do, you'll be able to shred this guy apart with no problem. But it does require a bit more focus and concentration, so I don't know if it will do too well in crowd situations. A very strong contender for beating this flesh ball to death is the autocannon. On both modes, very effective at killing these guys, especially with flak doing wonders. It almost makes me want to use the autocannon. Nah. Okay, I get it! The Wasp is good! Everybody in the comments after my last video definitely told me the Wasp is the best for killing these guys, and you know what? It's pretty good. Taking only 4 shots with the normal mode, and when it comes to its artillery, 1 shot if you're lucky. Can you guys stop hitting? And arguably the best and ultimate killer of the flesh bag is... Airburst rocket launcher, and man, I tested it, but damn, it can kill. 1 shot can nuke them all before they even notice it, which is a surprise. I mean, since it's a flying claymore that jams tons of shrapnel into your body, the weapon is even capable of killing 2 meatballs with 1 shot. I can already feel the increase in friendly fire. And the airburst might be the tool to clear it all. So to wrap it all up, my best picks, no specific order, just things that I like. The airburst rocket launcher, the Wasp, and any machine gun from the machine gun family, and the flamethrower. Those are probably the picks I would go if I was going to be the anti-meatball man. Sorry, Italians. You're not allowed here anymore. Your children keep destroying our super Earth cities. But that is the end of my video. If you think it's caca, be sure to yell in the comments, you know? But if you love me like I love you,
Like, comment, and subscribe so I can get a better camera, because this camera is horrendous. Hey guys, it's Gundam Boy, and today we're going to be talking about the APC.